What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my beginner's guide on how to play Ahri, especially since she wasn't really nerfed in the most recent patch or changed at all. She had like one minor change, which honestly doesn't affect a lot. It really only affects like the super duper optimal stuff, but that's not what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about Ahri, her her moves, her general game plan, and the idea you want to be like doing for her game plan when you play this character. So, if you're new to the game, you might be wondering, oh, hey, why would I want to play Ahri? Well, from the oh my god, my controller's not working. So from the competitive standpoint, she is one of the 4 strongest characters, and she might actually be even stronger since the other 3 of the 4 strongest got nerfed. Albeit not as much as I would have liked, but they still got nerfed and it's better than nothing. Ahri also has the best mobility in the game. She has pretty decent speed on the ground. Her walk speed's pretty good. Her dash speed pretty good. Her running speed pretty good. And her jumping's good. She's also the only character that has an air dash. So you can jump into the air, you can dash forward, you can jump into the air, you can dash back. So these are reasons why you would want to play Ahri, because she has good movement, and this movement allows for like really interesting combos, really strong mix-up, and a whole plethora of things. And then there's people like me who just play Ahri because she's hot, and it is what it is. But I come from like anime fighters, so having an air dash is pretty important to me because I'm just used to that. But you might come up with your own reason why you might want to play this game. So we are going to go over her strengths, her weaknesses, her general game plan, and all that kind of stuff. Yep. Alright, so let's talk about Ahri's normal. So for purposes of this being a beginner's guide, I'm going to refrain from using numpad notation. But if you want to learn about it, there's plenty of videos out there. So I'm just going to refer to everything as like standing, jumping, and like down or crouching. So her standing light, this right here, it's a pretty fast move. It's actually tied for the fastest light in the game. If you hear someone say jab, they're also referring to this move. So standing light, jab, same thing. Both her and Yasuo have the fastest light attacks. It's pretty good. It goes pretty like a decent space. It comes out really quickly. It's used for starting combos or extending combos, extending pressure. Pretty good move. Crouching light, pretty decently fast as well. Also really fast. It hits low, so if the opponent is standing up and blocking, so let's set the opponent to stand and block. You see how they have to crouch to block this? It's because it's a low. Hits low. And then her jumping light, it's a pretty fast air button. You can use it to kind of get a quick air to air. So if you want to jump at your opponent with an attack that's quick, if they're really close, this is a good option. You just smack them out of there. So like if we set from to jump, we can just really quickly. And it's all right. It's just a quick option. You're not going to be using it too much, maybe in certain combo structures, but more often than not, you're not really going to be using it. In the air, she also has a jumping down light. So this does hit overhead. So if I set the bot to crouch and block, so you see how he's blocking. So if I You see how he has to stand up to block it? It's because this move hits overhead. It's a really fast move to catch someone with a quick overhead. It's actually going to be used after or in some of her combo structure options. So it's really nice to have. This is Ahri's standing medium. It goes decently far, comes out at an okay speed. This is actually going to be your main poking tool in neutral. So you're going to be more or less fishing for this hit. Yeah, so you're going to be fishing for this to get combos like that. So it's a decent. I believe so. It hits at about this range, which is leads us to our next move, her crouching medium. So that hits there, but it whiffs. But her crouching medium, it hits low, and it actually reaches where the stand medium would not. So if I stand like at the shield, stand medium hits, and then if I stand outside of the shield, oh okay, so like at the tip of the shield, I guess. Okay, so if my hand is at the tip of the shield, it's kind of hard to like judge this facing based off of visuals. But yeah, her stand medium does move her forward, so if you do get a hit, yeah, it can move her forward a little bit to get another one. So where this whiffs, this connects. So this is a much farther reaching button. It also combos into the standing heavy, which we'll talk about soon. So you can get the same combos. So if you're just out of range of this, you can always use this button. And because this hits low, your opponent has to block it crouching, and it also helps with something we'll talk about a little bit later on. Her jumping medium, oops, it hits in front of her and a little bit below her. It's actually a pretty decent and quick air-to-air option. So if you're jumping at your opponent, you can do that. You can also use it as a jump in to kind of jump in on the opponent because it hits a little bit downward. You're going to be using this a lot too. Her medium buttons are going to be your main like fishing tools for getting that first hit. And now we're going to talk about her heavies. So standing heavy, you can see like it's pretty big, comes up okay at an okay speed for a heavy attack. Hits decently far. Like if I go at the round start position, it doesn't hit, but if I get a little bit closer, it hits. It's alright. Her crouching heavy, or her down heavy, it is the universal anti-air for all characters. So Ahri's one looks like this. It hits in front of her and a little bit behind her, but it's not a very good button overall. It actually moves her forward. So if I stand in the corner right here, okay, move me forward so I can still back up into the corner. Like if I'm backing up, I can't back up anymore. Down heavy, and I can back up. And this moving forward property is kind of what makes it pretty bad. Because a lot of the time, if your opponent is jumping at you, this happens, and then all of a sudden they jump past you, and then they can hit you from the other side. And then she has down forward, so like diagonally down and forward, plus heavy, and that's the sweep attack. As you can see, it hits pretty far. It's also a low hitting move, so your opponent will have to block it crouching. It's really, really good. Jumping heavy. A lot of her air normals are going to be used for air to airs. This is a really good one. It's a pretty decently sized hitbox in front of her. So you can also use it to jump in if you want to. And because of her air dash, any of her like normals that you use in the air, you can air dash after them and then continue pressure that way, which is really nice. And then Ahri's best button and the one that you should be using the most when you're playing Ahri and trying to get used to, is her jumping down heavy. This move. It hits in front of her, below her, and it also acts as a cross up, so it can hit a little bit behind them. If I don't. Yeah. Yeah, so it can also hit a little bit behind them to mix up their guard. So if they're blocking you this way, you just jump over them quickly and you get a quick cross up. It's really, really good. You can also use it to extend pressure off of moves. So if you go or yeah, something like that. So this is generally her best move, and you're gonna be using it a lot. Like when you're jumping in on an opponent, this is probably the best one to be using, so that you can jump in, cover like the area in front of you with a hitbox, and then of course if you manage to jump over your opponent, you might get a cross up. This is gonna be used for a lot for her combos, her jump-ins, and her mix-up pressure. So make sure you get used to using the jumping down heavy. Really important button to learn. Alright, so we're going to talk about Ahri's special moves. And we'll start with her special one. So, her special one, standing special one, is just this fireball. It doesn't go full screen, but it comes up decently okay, and it's safe on block. So you can use it to end a block string. It's really nice. If it does connect to the opponent on hit, you can cancel it into a second shot. And then you can cancel that second shot into a third shot. Which is nice. Be careful of the second shot though, because if it does leave a gap that the opponent can parry you. So if I said to first hit only, or after, that's wrong. First hit only. If it's not a true block string, they will get hit. But if it is, they'll continue blocking. So if I do the fireball and cancel it, you'll see that they get hit. It's because it's not a true block string. So there's a small gap that you can actually get parried at, and then they can run out and punish you for it. So you do want to be careful. Also, if you choose not to do anything out of the second hit, you're put into a free fall state, and you can't really do anything besides cancel into other special moves. So you will just get punished. So it's best to kind of at least just cancel into some kind of special move. So you can cancel into. Now I'm gonna set him to block everything. So you can cancel into the third shot. You can cancel into the downward version of the third shot. And you can cancel into her special 2 options, which we'll talk about. So like, or something like that. You can cancel, and we'll talk about those in a sec. So her jumping special one, her down special one.
Try this.
It creates a small little turret thing, and this does go full screen. But while you have it, you cannot use any of her other fireball moves. So you are sacrificing that for this. Ideally, you don't want to be throwing this out in neutral too much. You more so want to throw it out with it to set up pressure. So after you kind of get to a safe distance, call an assist or something, and then go in like that. And yeah, because it is really slow. If you're not safe when you do it, you will get hit, you will get punished, and it does go away if Ahri gets hit. So yeah, you want to use this when you can guarantee get it out safely without getting super heavily punished for it. Next, we'll talk about her jumping special one. As you can see, it goes almost full screen, so it hits pretty far, and then yeah, you can throw it downward as well. So off of this, you can also throw it down. You don't have to throw it straight, which is really nice. Another good thing about the special 1 fireball is that it actually resets your air dash. So if I use the air dash, then I can air dash again. Because normally you only get 1 air dash before you have to land, but air dash, and then I can air dash again. So you could do cool things like, and then air dash back, or you can to continue pressure, because you get that second air dash. It's really, really nice. Yeah, so that's that about the special 1. Okay, so her special 2. Standing special 2.
Now get back.
It's this
Now get
fire,
back.
this big ball thing.
Now get back. Now get back.
Pretty big hitbox. It hits in front of her.
Now get back.
There's a small gap between her and the fireball, and the move does come out kind of slowly, so you can get punished for it if you just throw it out recklessly. So you want to typically throw it into a block string after like her heavy attack or something. But if it does connect, you can actually cancel it into her special 1 moves. So,
Now get back. Unleash.
and get a combo. Even if they're blocking, it works. So if I set the bot to block,
Now get back. Unleash mine.
yeah. So you can do stuff like, oops,
Now get back. Unleash mine.
that's something like that for pressure. And then if it does hit,
Now get back.
you see that little slump state before they lie down? That's actually a really important thing for getting Ahri to do her limit strike, which is a mechanic in this game that puts characters into a hard knockdown. Every character can do it, and this one is Ahri's. So it can combo into
Now
itself,
get back. Now get back.
and you see how it says limit strike on the bottom of the screen. That's that hard knockdown. Limit strike will build you some meter and build you some break bar. I know it's full on my screen because I'm in training mode, but yeah. It also lets you as I was talking about, you should only do the down special 1 when it's safe.
Now get back. Now get
Well.
back. Try this.
So you can combo like that, something like that. So that's it for her standing special 2. Now she has a down special 2. It's this move, bounce. So it is an overhead, and it's slow enough that it can be anti-aired or parried if you don't lock it with an assist to make the block string true. But it is an overhead, and it does allow her to actually air dash after it.
Bounce.
So you can actually use it to
Bounce.
get your down light and continue pressure,
Bounce.
stuff like that. But aside from it like being an overhead to use extend pressure and for mix-ups, it is pretty unsafe, so you want to use it sparingly, because good players will catch on and anti-air you or punish you as long as they're paying attention. So yeah, just be careful when you use it. But it is a nice mix-up tool, and it does leave you you do recover relatively fast enough that you can dash up and throw if you're ready for it, but if you're not, then you're just gonna get punished for it. So just be careful. Like I said, it's an overhead, so you want to just throw it out occasionally for the mix, but not all the time. And then, so the best part about her special 2 is she has 8-way movement. So she can go forward, back by pressing the directions plus special 2. She can go up, she can come down, forward, down, back, straight down, and then she can jump in the air and go forward. She can jump in the air and go back. Really, really nice. And this also helps with Ahri's movement. So you can like air dash and something like that, like air dash, spirit dash, do the fireball, reset your air dash again. That was a lot. So yeah, so air dash, spirit dash, fireball, air dash again. Like just to kind of move around, and that combined with Ahri's like ground speed, is what makes her really, really strong movement options in the air. And let's talk a little bit more about her spirit dash. So her spirit dash it can actually cancel into itself. So on the ground, you can cancel into any of the other directions that go upwards. On the ground, you can use the upward directions, and then in the air, you can use the downward directions. And it's locked that way, so you cannot go up in the air. So I couldn't use this. This. Oh my god. This one in the air, I would have to use it on the ground only. That was such a fail on my inputs. Yeah, so yeah, you can only use this on the air, and you can only use like these ones on the ground, which it is what it is. Yeah, so the cancel into the directions, it's really helpful for combo structure, like stuff like that. Only the ground one can cancel on whiff. So, oops, I can go like that, but in the air, you only get one. You can only cancel it on whiff, or you can only cancel it if it connects in a combo. Like that, or something like that. Something like that. Yeah, you can only cancel into the directions on hit in the ground. And on block, it's actually really unsafe. So you see, she bounces up and then goes into the free fall state. He's incredibly punishable after it. So if you're gonna do this in the block string, make sure you have an assist to cover it, so you have time to land and get to safety. And then the last special she has is just the regular special 2 in the air. It's this kind of pinwheel move, and you just use it to knock down the opponent. And I just get a nice quick knockdown. Really easy. You can cancel all of her special 2 moves into her special 1 moves as well. So if I wanted to go like that, or I could like that, yeah, to extend the combo. So yeah, her special 2 can cancel into her special 1, and then her special 1 can cancel into her special 2, which makes her really, really good for like pressure and mix-ups and stuff. And it's really, really nice to be able to have those options. So yeah, her specials being able to cancel into each other makes her really, really strong for pressure. And then you can do stuff. Alright, so let's talk about Ahri's assists. So her assists are really not that good. So her regular assist or forward assist, it's a spirit dash. It puts them on the other side, but it crosses up to the other side. But if it's blocked, it doesn't. And so if it's blocked, Ahri goes into that free fall stance that makes her punishable. But because she is the assist, that's not as detrimental to you. So it is okay. Her back assist, it's just like a volley of fireballs down. She only has this move as a back assist. You can't do it from her moveset, which makes me a little sad, but it is what it is. Yeah, 3 hits. It's okay. It's really nice for like catching people mashing on you or covering yourself at a close range, but it's not like the best assist. The scaling for it is pretty bad, so it'll make your combo really short if you use it in a combo. And then we'll talk about her her ultimate assist. Okay, so her down assist, you can only get it when your Ahri's dead. It's your last stand. Your last stand only happens when your teammate is dead. So it's just a super version of her spirit dash. Oh my gosh, why is it not coming out properly? You also need at least 1 bar to do it. So if I... There it is, okay. So it carries them pretty far full screen, on hit and on block. So if I set the bot to block, so you see how it carried him all the way across? Yeah. So that's Ahri's last asset. It's probably her best assist, honestly. But you typically don't want your Ahri dead. You wanna play your Ahri as much as possible. So yeah, that's it for Ahri's assist. Alright, let's talk about Ahri's super moves. So she has 3 super moves, 2 level 1s, and 1 level 3. So they're done obviously by having 1 bar or 3 bars. We'll talk about her level 1s first. So the S2 or special 2 super, it's done by pressing special 2 and any of the attack buttons at the same time with 1 bar of meter. I press medium because of how my controller is, so I'll do special 2 plus medium, and it will do like a, so just like her last stand, it's basically her last stand assist.
Feel this.
Yeah, so it's really unsafe on block, but on hit you can actually aim it up or down depending on if you're in the air.
Feel this.
Like I can drag him upwards, or if I'm,
Feel this.
I can drag him down a little bit, so you can kind of angle it. It's really, really good. It's her more damaging level 1 super, but it is kind of situational on when you can get it. You can get it from a lot of things, but off of this knockdown, it will whiff. So you might get like 1 hit, but then the rest of it will whiff. They can get up and block and then kind of hit you for it. So, because it is unfair. Her next special, or I mean special, her next super level 1 is this ball thing.
Heart on fire.
So it's pretty nice. It actually can hit after the knockdown. This is known as OTG, or off the ground. So when the opponent is knocked down on the ground, you can hit them out of it, which is really, really good. And then if you choose, so this is special 1 plus an attack button. I choose light because again how my controller is set up, it's easier, but any attack button will do. Yeah, and if you choose to hold the buttons, then you actually get a changed property. So instead of doing the regular hit, it will actually go past the opponent and then come back to you. And it will come back to where Ahri was at the start of its return trip. So if I just press it and hold it,
Heart on fire.
it comes back and then comes back to Ahri. If I hold it,
Heart on fire.
I jump up and then I go down. You see how it goes to where I was and then it comes back down. So yeah, you can use it to do some silly things. I'm not very good at this myself, but
Heart on fire. Heart on fire.
something like that. I'm not very good at doing it. I need to practice those. But yeah, you can use them to kind of extend combos. It's pretty good. And then her level 3, you do it by pressing special 1 and special 2 at the same time with 3 bars of meter. And we'll start by showing the hitbox. So it shoots like this little heart, and you can do it on the ground or in the air. Same thing for the S2 super, but the S1 super, you have to do it on the ground. So her level 3,
Don't look away.
it shoots like this heart that goes full screen, and then if it does connect, you get a cinematic super. It is a projectile, so things that beat projectiles can beat it, but just like every level 3, it is invincible on startup. And then you get a little cinematic.
Don't look away.
And it does a pretty good amount of damage.
Give me your heart.
That you can see, like, raw it does about like half of Brahm's health, and Brahm has the most HP in the game. Alright, so let's talk about Ahri's strengths and weaknesses. So obviously big strength, she has incredible movement. She has pretty good speed on the ground. She has pretty good combos. If I didn't drop it, but she has pretty good combos. And she's really good at like waiting patiently, and like because of her movement she can kind of zone and wait for her turn. Something like that. And get using her assist to get in. And while she doesn't have like the best assists, her assists are okay enough. As far as weaknesses go, she does have the lowest life in the game, so she will die very quickly to things where like Braum has the most health in the game, Ahri has the least amount of health in the game, which is shameful. So you will die if you mess up, because it's pretty easy to kill her. And Ahri is the only character, at least at the time of recording, who cannot combo after her forward throw by herself. She needs an assist to do it.
This way.
Or to tag in. Yeah. So she has no options after it.
This way.
Like I just can't recover at all to be able to do it, which kind of sucks. But yeah. Her back throws, whatever, it can kind of combo. And then her air throw, she can also combo after that, just like any other character can, but something like that. That's just an easy showcase of it. But so that's for Ahri's strengths and weaknesses. She has pretty good mix-up because again she has multiple overheads. She can do high-low. Well, she can do high-low. She has the cross-up. Well. Oh my gosh. Yeah, something like that. So she can cross up and get like a double overhead. So she has pretty good mix-ups and like good movements for her strengths. And yeah, her weaknesses are this. You can't do anything after that without an assist. And yeah, lowest life in the game. So those are things you need to worry about, but not too much. Because of Ahri's like runaway game, even though she has low life, you can kind of survive just by saying, can't catch me, ha ha ha. Stuff like that. Alright, so the game plan with Ahri. While Ahri does have fast movement and she can rush down, she actually excels at zoning the opponent out and playing at her pace. So throwing this out, and then once you get the the hit coming in because of her movement. So she's really good at playing runaway and zoning. So if that's not something you want to do, Ahri might not be the character for you. She can play rush down because she does have fast movement speed. Oh my god, why am I dropping it in the video? I can do the combo, but yeah, she has, because of her movement speed, she can play rush down, and depending on your assist, it might be easier for you to do so. But more often than not, you do want to be playing very like keep away zoning and taking your chances to go in. Abusing your air movement to move around the screen, and using it to go in and out depending on if you get your hit or not. So like you get your hit, you go in, and like one thing we can do, so set to random if I like. So it blocked, so I go away. It hits, so I can continue. Or you can go for like mix-ups like that. So she can go in. But you want to be like setting up stuff so you can let your assists kind of play neutral for you, and then you just use your movement to weave in and out and
Mine.
kind of react to what your opponent does to win. So she has, because she has zoning tools,
Now get back.
yeah, she can. That was just me being silly with the jinxes, but yeah, she has zoning tools, so she can play keep out, and then she can pressure the opponent. So like, if the opponent is if the opponent is blocking, so you can,
Now get back. Now get back. Unleash mine. Now get back. Now get back. Unleash mine. Now get back. Unleash mine. Bounce. Now get back. Unleash mine. Now get
yeah, so she can do pressure sequences like that to kind of like keep the opponent locked down. That wasn't the best pressure sequence, but it was something you can do to kind of keep the opponent locked down using her pressure tools and movement and her movement speed. Like, I was using her quick dash speed to come in after the Jinx assist. And now you don't have to play Jinx. You can play any assist to kind of abuse that. It's just I have Jinx on my team, so yeah. And then of course she can stagger with that. And stuff like that. Yeah, so that's what you typically want to be doing with Ahri. And then one more thing. So Ahri has 3 lows. Where is it? The guard action. Retreating guard, right? So if the opponent is using the retreating guard, right? Retreating guard loses to low. So she has 3 lows and she can... So you can use lows to beat it. And because she has 3, depending on when you want to mix it up,
Now get back. Try this.
yes, you can use her 3 lows to beat retreating guard. So that's another thing you can mix into like for pressure sequences. So if you're like,
Now get back.
well,
Now get back.
so you can use that to kind of mix up your pressure and get them, and then start your pressure all over again because you get them knocked down. So yeah, it's really good that she has these 3 lows, so you can use those. So last, we'll talk about her combo sequencing. So you can use her pulse combo, which is pretty simple. It's I mean, I did it manually, but you can do that. But ideally, like I said at the start, you're going to be using this to fish for combos. So
Now get back.
something like that, or
Mine.
something like that. That combo is actually in my combo guide that I made during the beta. And then, yeah, you can start doing more advanced combos, like something like that. There are better versions, but I'm just trying to keep it simple for the combo video. So you're gonna be fishing for this and this a lot, because your basic combo sequence that you're gonna be doing is this. So medium, heavy, fox dash, up, fox dash. Yeah. And then from there, depending on what you can do. There are some combo trials you can try in the game to give you kind of general idea. But yeah, you're gonna be fishing for more often than not. You're gonna be throwing this out, fishing for the hit, and Yeah, if it connects. Even if they block it, you're gonna be
Now get back.
something like that.
Mine. Now get back. Try this.
Yeah, something like that. You can do cool stuff like that. Yeah, so she's a pretty good character to play. Easy to pick up, but she is pretty difficult to master. So she will take some time, but she's really fun, and obviously I main the character, so I recommend playing her if she is of interest to you. Alright, so some tips and tricks to round up the video. Obviously you want to be using your assist more to play neutral for you, so that you can like do stuff like that. I highly recommend so you can set a dash button. I don't know why it wasn't letting me show it, but yeah, you can set a dash button. So I absolutely recommend setting a dash button because Ahri uses her dash a lot, especially in her combos. And then one thing that is pretty difficult for Ahri players to get used to, but once you learn how to do it, you'll actually be able to open up a lot more options for you, is to do her dash charge heavy in her combo sequences. Because if you do regular heavy in some of her combo sequences, it doesn't have enough hit stun, so the character will drop out. So if I go, so he flipped out because I was unable to do the charge hit. I'm sorry, yeah, dash charge hit. So you can hold the button down to charge it. It doesn't matter how long you charge it, the hit stun will always be the same, but it matters how long you charge it for combos. So it is pretty difficult for players to get used to doing like just enough charge to get the combo. So like you saw it whiffed if I just did the regular heavy, but it connects there because the charged heavy gave enough hit stun for me to get that to hit. So I recommend just practicing doing dash and charge heavy, getting used to it. You only want to do slight charges, so like right when she turns red is when you want to let go. Yeah. And I'll probably put like a slow-mo of it for you here. So you can see. But yeah, that's probably the most important thing to practice with Ahri, so you can actually get used to doing her combo structure. And then when you get this limit strike,
Try this.
back away, because if they roll forward, your back dash will cover the roll and you can punish them for rolling. And then if they don't, as you see, the fireball shoots and it covers all the options except for the roll. So as long as you do this,
Try this.
well,
Now get back. Now get back. Try this.
yeah, and then you can follow it up.
Now get back. Now get back. Try this.
So that's it for tips and tricks for Ahri play. There's not too many. Oh yeah, make sure you get used to doing this one. Oh my god, my controller's eating my inputs. This one. Yeah. As you can see, it also knocks them down into that state, so you can actually use that to get limit strikes as well.
Now get back. Try this.
But you have to do it quickly, but
Now get back. Now get back. Now get back. Try this.
yeah, something like that. Alright, that's it for my beginner's Ahri guide. I'm not gonna go too in depth into like her mix-up pressure and all of that. If you want something like that, I can make another video. But for now, this is just for beginners to play Ahri. I kind of had to redo it because which is why it took so long. Because I was trying to make it a lot better, but I was having trouble getting the computer to do what I want. So I was like, screw it, I'll just go over what needs to be gone over. If you have any questions, you can always come in the comment section and ask them, and I'll answer them as best as I can. Or you can drop by when I'm streaming, twitch.tv/absolute0000. I will I'm always happy to answer questions there, even if I'm not playing 2XKO. If you have questions about it, you can always ask me, and I'll answer to the best that I can. I'm not the best player in the world. I'm only master rank right now, but I think I have enough Ahri knowledge that I can at least help beginners learn to understand and play the character. Especially because I've been playing Ahri since the first alpha lab, and she's changed a lot since then. So I made sure to practice using her as much as I could to get to use to know the character, because I knew for a fact I was gonna play Ahri since the game was announced. Yes, I love this character, and I hope that if you try the character, you love her too. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments or come visit the stream, and I'll be happy to answer them as best as I can. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'd really appreciate it if you guys leave a like and a sub down below. Tell me what teams you guys are playing, and yeah, if you plan to play Ahri, who do you want to play her with, and what champions are you looking forward to? I'd also like to know that as well. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Bye bye, friends.